It's in the game.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Marr now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady. Get that quarterback. And on the cut. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, kill. Check 48, the mic. Bring it. Hey, zoom.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, 47. Cut. 56 the mic. Go. 50 the mic. You can't block me. Slam. Check three.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Intended that time for Cooper. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 6-man. Check curls. We go 21.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Switch. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, you don't mind the 48 right now. Let's go. You don't see me. Hey, wahoo. You don't see me.
Breeze now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 34 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
Now Breeze. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Saints take over. Let's go, baby. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line. Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Michael Thomas, who turned 26 in March, now the league's highest paid wideout, signing a 5-year, $100 million extension in late July that will run through 2024.
He's the highest paid non-quarterback ever, though we know as far as these things go, that could change quickly in the league, but still a huge contract for him and deserved. 125 catches last year, led the NFL, fifth highest total in league history. Not bad for a guy that when he played Little League football, he's one of the guys that, you know, the coach said, okay, who hasn't played yet? Because everyone has to play a minimum number of plays. That's what he was doing when he was in Little League football. Now he's one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Line 54. It's just warm up. Check, 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 check. You're good, you're good. Line 4, ready.
Breeze to throw on second down. And Cook has it, left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, New Orleans. Sammy! Mike 54! Mike 50! Hey, exit! Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Breeze now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Easy, opposite! 11. Mike 50. Hey, seam 6.
On play action, now Breeze. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch twist. Kill. 50, Mike 50.
Now Breeze again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A gain of 32 that time. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Next to score, Cowboys 28, Saints 0. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Go.
Breeze now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. 21. Hey,
Shotgun now for Breeze. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch.
Since I blew, they all on my.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New England Patriots. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Kill. 27.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Kill. 27.
Check three.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go, 47. 51.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Prescott to throw it. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Kill. Go to 54. Ryan.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Check three.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go out. No, 66.
Mike's 5'4.
Hey, Echo.
Back to you.
Hey, Echo.
From the 22, Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Prescott on 3rd and goal. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They kind of script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Patriot first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
At the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Let's get it. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's put that team on the punt.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is White on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep. And look at this, it's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw is Brady. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one. Hey, Haywood.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
Hey, you're on that over there. You're on that. Alert! Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Bravo. Check it.
On play action, it's Brady. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
1st down, here's White. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Edelman there. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray 1st, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good. I
agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona, everyone excited about it, and I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Prescott. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll run on first down. Michelle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Hey, Alabama. Regular. 50.
2nd and 5 now. Brady looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Malcolm. 48 Mike. Hey, Foxtrot. 48 for Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we got Mike Green. Hey.
From the gun, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 5. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kill. Turn up. 80 weapons.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
You better bring it.
On the toss, here's Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long.
That's caught inside the 20. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check it out, Reed.
Brady gives to Michel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
72.
2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Mike 54. Here we are. Hey, high 7.
Again, it's Michel. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
On play action, now Brady. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Alert! Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 55. Buzz. Hey, 66.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
53. Here we go, 47. Get that ball. Hayward. Mike 51. 26.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Michael Bennett showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Bennett, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Coming. Mike 51. We're going to 54. Why?
3rd and long for Prescott. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. Cooper was the target there. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. He's got a 1st down past the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover, too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the 2nd level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
Check it, reload. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 72.
Brady now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver. receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Under. 52. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Go to 54. Go to 54. 180. Go. Get out there. Is that yours? Who's that? Zoom. Mike 52. Yo. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will score. Touchdown.